Greetings, peace. Varikama I here of Varikaba Mystics, and we're here today to do the December cosmic planner. Okay, looking at the numerological, astrological, astronomical influences that's going on in the skies, in the ethers, in our atmosphere for the month of December. And December is a special month, you know. It's that 12th month, it's the last month of the year, Gregorian wise. And that 12 vibration it culminates to a 3, but 1 and 2 together is all about initiating a union, a peace, a harmony, you know, and bringing together magic, the creation. From that 1 and the 2, it's that yin and the yang almost coming to bring that unison, that trinity, the synergy of divinity. Because when 1 and 1 come together and create, is magic. That's why 3 is the magic number. Okay, so we're gonna have a quick run through the calendar to see what is the main focus of the day and of the month. And when I was going through it, I realized that there are a lot of conjunctions this month. And there are specific conjunctions that seem to happen around the 3 energies, always culminating to an 8. So it's all about us owning our power. And this December month, it being the last month of the year as well, you know, there's a lot of holidays at this time, right? There's a lot of seasonal festivities and stuff like that. And, you know, it can be like really nice when you have family around, and it can be very maybe not so nice when you don't have family around. At the flip side, you know, sometimes it's best when you don't have certain family members around, and other times, you know, you want those family members around but they can't be around and such. And so it can be a very emotive day. And with the conjunctions, always when planets are very close together, so those energies are always going to be very much meshed and fueled. Okay, so and I noticed that because there's a lot of conjunctions with the moon, it's all about what we're feeling and thinking. Okay, so try not to let your emotions run wild. Yeah, don't let like the social construct overtake you and make you feel all kinds of ways that you don't need to, that you know is non-conducive, that's not going to propel you, you know. Enjoy your time, you know, give thanks for the time, give thanks for every day, you know, enjoy it like it's your birthday every day. And don't worry about what you coulda, shoulda, woulda. Like, focus on what you have right now, give thanks for now, and more will be bestowed upon you. Giving time with your practice, with your, you know, intent. Yeah, so we're moving into 2019. It's going to be a special year, and this year has been very special for me as well, personally. Like, it's been very collectively, I know it's been very telling, teaching. It's been growing us, you know, and we've had a lot of cosmic shifts that, whether you took heed of it or not, has been really helpful for us collectively to keep pushing, keep moving. Okay, let's have a look at the calendar. So the first conjunction that we had was on the Monday, December the 3rd, 2018, which was the 3, 3, 11, which adds to 17, and that 1 and 7 is that 8 vibration. And there was a conjunction with Luna and the star Speaker, which is in the Virgo constellation, as well as Luna conjuncting Venus, which is also in the Virgo constellation right now. Okay, that's all us. That's us really, again, still looking at, you know, what's right with the things that we love and our relationships and how we relate to the things that we love. And then we had on the 4th, we had the moon move out of out of Virgo into Libra. And then on the 5th, we had the moon that is in Libra conjuncting Mercury. That was it retrograde at this time. Yes, it was still retrograde at this time. It was conjuncting. So the moon in Libra was conjuncting Mercury retrograde in Libra. So that's us again checking back at our relationships and our partnerships and how we choose to ameliorate things, how we want to balance, how we seek balance, and it really is us taking time to reflect back on how we do these things. Because the Libra energy sometimes is more so about the people rather than about themselves. And it's important to always take care of self first, especially when you want to better or best serve the people. Okay. Then on the 6th of December, we have Sol moving out of the Scorpio constellation into the Ophiuchus constellation. Okay. And we're learning more and more about the Ophiuchus energy, but now we know that it is known as the womb healer. It is the etheric sign. It encompasses both water, earth, air, and fire. Okay. And earth. Yes, and it serves to help us understand the wisdom of spirituality. And on the 6th, still we had a conjunction with Mercury, the moon, and Jupiter in Scorpio also. Okay. Then we had Mercury going station direct, so it's no longer in retrograde phase. And we can now move more steadily forward. We're still in the shadow phases, so I would give it about 10 days before we can really feel the forward movement. I say forward movement, not that we're really going backwards, we're just slowing down. But as we can really be more forthright with our communication rather than more reflective. Because whenever all the planets, any planet goes retrograde, it's all about you reflecting back on the energy that is at play with the planet where it's transiting, such. Okay, and on the 8th of December, we had the moon at perihelion, and that's when the moon is close to Sol. And the moon being in Ophiuchus and Sol being in Ophiuchus just recently gone, and that's how you know it's very close together. It's the closest point before it singed each other at. Anywho's, and that was on a 22 vibration as well, so it's all about again the grandeur, the looking at the macro scope, not just the microscope. So this day talks to me about us owning our power, understanding our spirituality and the power within it, and again helping us collectively expand and understand the energy of our features, subtly but surely. Okay. And then on the 9th of December, we have a conjunction. We have this the moon in moving. Excuse me. The moon actually Luna moved into out of Ophiuchus into Sagittarius constellation as well on the 8th, and then it conjuncts in Sagittarius with Saturn. Okay, so the moon and Saturn is how we're feeling and thinking about all the restrictions, the lessons that we have to learn in this life. Okay, how we expand and how generous we are with ourselves and others, where our luck resides and can we see it. And sometimes, because when I say can we see it, because sometimes we have really blessed opportunities, and that's what Jupiter is about, blessing you with opportunities. But you don't always get blessed because sometimes our misaligned ego can be like, oh well, yeah, that's not really what I want it to look like, and yeah, because in your chart as well, sometimes you have to look at it as like, especially when it's in retrograde, it can be places where sometimes you don't give enough credit to something that's actually really good for you, or you don't see the importance, or you don't see the undervalue something, especially when it comes to partners. Okay. And we also have the pupid veiled meteor shower, and this is coming from the Pupas constellation. And meteor shower to me is speaking about us breaking molds, okay, and breaking away from group dynamics that's no longer serving us. So with all the meteor shower, I always say make a wish on the energies that is at play. And from what I researched, the Pupas constellation and how it comes about, it used to be part of a much grander group, and it's come out and it's like shining by itself now and recognized by itself. And yeah, that's what is speaking to me, that we have to emanate, like not feel that we have to be part of the group to excel. We are uniquely and inspired by divinity, and we should work that divineness and not worry too much about what other people think and feel and say. Okay, and it doesn't mean that do it alone all the time. No, because working together in a group is always the best way to move things forward in a grander scale. But sometimes you have to be mindful of who the people are in the group, because that can either propel or derail you. So once you get a good footing and know that the group is on the right path and have the right understanding, then you can best move forward. Okay. And then on the 12th of December, we have Luna at apogee, which is when it's far from Earth, and Luna will be in the Capricorn constellation at this time. Okay. And then on the 13th and the 14th, we have the Gemini's meteor shower. Okay, Gemini, look at you checking doing the checks and balances with your polarities, your yin and yang side, your left and right side, like your good and your bad side, your light and your dark side. Do the checks and balance in that. Make a wish on whatever needs to be checked and whatever needs to be balanced within that for you specifically. Again, and on the 13th, we have the moon moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius. And on the 14th, we have Mercury moving out of the Libra constellation into Scorpio constellation. Okay. No longer in retrograde. And on Saturday the 15th, yeah, true. I've been using a lot of Saturdays, Thursdays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Usually I'm Moon Day, Mars Day, Mercury Day, Saturn Day, But anyways, so what's going on here today? On the 14th, we have also a conjunction with the Moon or Lunar conjunction Neptune in Aquarius. Okay, this is another conjunction where two planets are very close together. The Moon or Luna, looking at how we're thinking and feeling, our passions, how we put that into actions. And then Neptune looking at, how we can manifest and how we use our imagination and affiliate the illusions to create, and how we do create and how we see our reality. In Aquarius, which is all about us, being unique, being adventurous, breaking molds, breaking paradigms, being balanced, working our yin and our yang side. It's the air, masculine, mental, and water, feminine, emotional. So that conjunction is looking at us, again, checking how our dreams can become a reality and what we need to free ourselves from to make it happen. And then the next conjunction that we have here is the moon in Pisces conjuncting Uranus in Pisces. And Uranus is still in retrograde phase, our time to reflect back on what we need to. And Uranus is all about, sudden changes, especially for us, specifically for our highest good. So what do we reflecting on, contemplating on, and what it is that we actually need to do, um, like checking intuitively as well for our highest good. Okay, and on the 18th, the soul moves out of Ophiuchus constellation into Sagittarius constellation. Okay, so it's officially Sagittarius season on the 18th of December. Okay, then we have on the 19th of December, we have Venus leaving Virgo constellation going into Libra. Okay, so Venus going into Libra is pretty cool because Venus is going to be home. She's going to be home in Libra's constellation, in the Libra constellation. And yes, partnerships, romance, love, business, pleasures, leisures, beauty, harmony, bliss, balance, justice is all going to be at the forefront. Okay, yeah. And then we have the moon on that same day moving out of Aries into Taurus. So that the moon being in Aries, and that's the same day that Venus moves into Libra. It's like it's really going to be about self. What do I need? Okay, to bring about the relationships I need, to bring about harmonious partnerships in business, and how to grow my business, how to bring about my abundance, how to bring about the truth and justice and all that good stuff. And then, it moving into Taurus that same day, you being a bit more possessive about it, looking at it from, again, your perspective, but um, how you can manifest it and how you can make it more solid. And it's again another Venetian energy, Libra, so the pleasures and leisures about the said things. Okay, and then we have the winter solstice on Friday, the 21st of December. And on that day, we also have a conjunction with Mercury and Jupiter. And we also have meteor shower from Ursa Minor. Okay, and winter solstice is always a great time to really reflect on what has passed and come into what is new. It's another marker for the seasonal changes. Winter solstice denotes the time when we in the northern hemisphere are coming into winter, the cold, cold months. And what else? And then when in the southern hemisphere, sorry, northern and southern hemisphere, we have excuse me, the what is it? Where is it gone? Where is it gone? Okay, excuse me, that's past me. It has passed me. Okay, winter solstice, great time to start anew, give thanks for what has passed, and plan for what you want to come. A lot of people recognize the winter solstice as the new year as well, a time for planting the seed of what you want to come into the next year, you know. Mercury and Jupiter conjunct, taking time to reflect on what is going to propel you, what is really going to grow you in relationships. And then we have the Ursids meteor shower. And the message I got for this one here is you can do it. Trust your confidence, Trust your confidence and look to your polarities and work it for your betterment. Check it, balance it, and work it. Where you know that you do some things that's not the great things for you, not the best for you, check it and do what you can to make it better. And give thanks for the differences because they help you grow. And then on the 22nd, we have Jupiter conjuncting. Also, on the conjunction with Jupiter and Mercury is also conjuncting Antares, which is a star in Scorpio. Okay. And on that 22nd, we have the full moon in Gemini. And we also have the moon moving from Taurus into Gemini's constellation, of course. And that's that full moon is on the 22nd, and it resonates on the 9 vibration. Again, it's all about us culminating what we already know no longer serves us, moving forward into the golden Aquarius age, which is all about us understanding our soul's truth and working with that, being on purpose, loving ourselves first, and mending. And also the Ophiuchus energy is all about mending the, because I keep saying the womb wounds, and I hope you're getting me. It's meaning the things that we incarnate with, the lessons that we have to learn through, due to the legacy that we come through, and the experiences that we are here to learn, for us specifically to grow that part of the soul, you know. And then on the 24th, we have the moon moving out of Gemini into Cancer. And then we have the moon at perigee, which is when the moon appears very large, because it's very close to Earth. Okay. And then we have Lunar conjuncting M44, which is an open beehive cluster, okay, which is one of the nearest ones to Earth, which is also in the Cancer constellation. And I found this day auspicious because the 24th is Christmas Eve, and that day, a lot of family are together, and the moon being in Cancer at this time, and it being conjuncting the M44 constellation, these are the Messiah constellations. A very emotive day again, okay? But always remember, whether you have family that you love, care for with you there or not, or you'll be stuck with people that you don't really want to be with, like, especially at this time of the year, always remember to keep cool, keep your zen, okay? It's very easy to get pulled off, and that's how a lot of things happen at this time of the year as well, and disruptions and fights and all the rest of it. So keep your cool, definitely, and know that even if you don't have the people that you care for or want to have around you, know that you have etheric guides there for you always, and your higher self to commune with and to speak with and to party with. I do all the time. Like, I have a party by myself. I feel like there's millions of people in them there. Okay. So good though, so good. Yeah, so there's a time and a place, because there's times where you can be in a room really like full of physical people, and these people just, they're not vibing with you. So yeah, you're better off vibing people with yourself and surviving people that are not really vibing with you, right? Personally, I don't know, some people different. Okay, and on the 24th, it's still on the 24th, yes. And on the 25th, we see Mercury moving out of the Scorpio constellation into the Ophiuchus constellation. Okay, so now we're not just looking at, we finish in regards to how we communicate, how we commune, what we're thinking with Mercury, and how we move traveling wise. We're no longer just looking at the deep seated emotions, we're now looking at how we can mend some of the ones that we realize is just holding us back. Okay, and Luna also conjuncts a star called Regulus, Regulus in the Leo constellation. Yes, and on the 26th, which is vibrating that 22 vibration, we have the Pupid Village meteor shower once more, which is in the Puppis constellation, which is again looking at us. Let me get what that, how did I write it down last time? Yes, breaking the molds and moving away from the group dynamics if necessary, especially when it's holding us back from our true life purpose and our true destiny and our calling. Okay, and then we have Venus at perihelion, which is closest to the soul as well. Venus being in the, just move that up. Yeah, she's in the Virgo constellation, and soul is in Sagittarius. Yeah, excuse me, I'm not too sure about that. Venus Apparel close to Earth. Is it the closest point? She's in Libra. It's not that as close as can be, I don't think so. But anyways, we'll move on and I'll clarify that if need be. And the next major something we have the next major aspect something. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm very laid back right now. Come on, yeah. Saturday, the 29th of December, which is vibration number 7, vibration again, contemplative, reflective time, innate wisdom, inner standing. We have Venus in Ceres, conjuncting Venus being in Libra, and Ceres being one of those very soul soul driven kind of energies. It orbits between Mars and Jupiter. It seems like about agriculture and growing. Reminds me of that Virgo energy as well. You know, the wheat from the chaff, being able to sort through, sift through, and looking at the potentiality of things from its root, spirit first, matter after, you know, and then balance well. And then the month ends on a moon day, December the 31st. Okay. And this day we have the moon moving out of Virgo into Libra. Okay. So leaving the year on a moon day, and it was this year 2018 had been all about the waters, the emotions, the moon energy, you know, the the thinking, the thoughts, the feelings, the relationships, you know, the communions, the unions, and we're leaving the year on that same note, hoping that we have understood the lessons that we had to learn about the moods. Next year, it's all about creative, and you know that our moods, good, bad, or indifferent, create. So if we can get a hold on understanding how to better work it, then we can create what actually we really do want in our world instead of just having to, you know, stick with whatever comes because we're not really taking control of what it is that we're emoting and how we emoting. Okay, so let's look at our quick spread here for this month. So our main energy and the major arcana that we have new beginnings, which is the full energy, which is all about us, you know, starting anew, like being carefree about it as well, not like packing light, not moving with a whole baggage and this Ophiuchus energy that we're in currently. It's all about you being able to release yourself of some of the old isms and schisms. Again, those lessons occurred through our bloodlines, occurred because of our life path, you know. We're moving with our lessons learned to earn our blessings, yeah. So advice, we have abundance, and it reads, it is time for your life to flow with prosperity, love, and success. You draw from the limitless universal pool according to your belief in how much you deserve. Angel wisdom is reminding you now to believe in yourself and trust that you deserve more. Then you will attract abundance and the true riches of life. To feel surrounded by love, open your heart to others. Choose to do what fulfills you most, and the angels will bring you joy, satisfaction, and success. Enhance your prosperity by receiving graciously, giving out willingly, and saying thank you for everything. Enjoy all you have, and more will come to you. And the affirmation is, I deserve love, prosperity, and success. Most definitely, we are naturally abundant beings. It's only our limiting beliefs, as it says, and you know, our perceptions, perspectives that kind of derail us from this truth. Okay, like many things. But it's up to us. You know, each one teach one. You be the change you seek. realize that, cultivate that within yourself, and your light shines bright and inspires others to get to know and move the same with their soul, you know. And then we have, what is the current phase? We have serenity, and it reads, serenity bestows inner peace, tranquility, and the calmness of mind. When you feel serene, you are your own person, for nothing and no one can bother, upset, or influence you. You are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful and peaceful to be with. Your quiet radiance brings hope and support to those who come within your aura. You attract respect and love from others, for all are calmed by you. As you become deeply serene and still, you connect to the higher powers of the universe for divine guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth and flowing. Quietly ask your angel to hold you in serenity. And the affirmation is, I am serene and still. Yes, this reminds me again of that this season. I had a post up on Instagram on how to stay alive during the winter and autumn months, and finding and keeping your zen is one of them, because at this time of the year it's very easy for us to to get sick, not only just because of the cold, because of the energies are so rife. Can you imagine, in December we go through three different zodiac signs, and they're very powerful zodiac signs as well: the Scorpio, the Ophiuchus, and the Sagittarius. And it is the free energy as well as that magic, the synergy, divinity. So a lot can happen for the good, the bad, or indifferent. So as even abundance was talking about, give thanks for it all. Okay. And with this one, remember to keep your peace, keep your zen, no matter what's going on. Like, don't allow people to pull you off and give you more than you need, give you that PhD, permanent head damage. And how to move forward before we move on the current phase. Yeah, so seek your peace, okay? And my battery is about to go, so let me run through this real quick. We have vulnerability, gratitude, and laughter. This is how to move forward from the angel's guidance. And the affirmation for vulnerability is my strength. And it reads, only the brave and the open-hearted dare to allow themselves to be vulnerable, for it requires courage to take down all walls and expose your humanness. The angel guidance is to become aware of your defense mechanisms, which keep you separate from others and the divine. Ask your angels to help you dissolve the masks and barriers so that your fragile true self can emerge like a butterfly from its cocoon. And the reward is freedom, love, and a sense of inner safety. So dare to be vulnerable and open. Yes, be open to your true nature, okay, and understanding it and taking time to go within. And when he spoke about, you I think you mentioned something about you hiding away from people. It's doing that hermitage stage is good, but it's not just because you want to block everybody away, but it's because you want to make sure you know who you want to be around and who are the best people to keep around you. Okay, because naturally we are social beings and we live in a world with many people, many beings, so we can't be by ourselves. Okay, and gratitude, it says the affirmation is, I am grateful for everything in my life. I always say gratitude is optimum attitude. And it reads, your guidance is to count your blessings. When you say thank you to the universe for its gifts, it responds generously to you. Angel wisdom reminds you to say thank you for all that you have, the intangible as well as the tangible. Whenever you say thank you from your heart, more is bestowed to you. For gratitude is the key to opening up the doors to universal abundance. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude and open yourself to receive love and plenty into your life. The angels will smile on you. Boom. Again, like, if you want more of anything, give thanks for what it is that you have already, and more will be coming onto you. Abundance and gratitude goes hand in hand, as I mentioned in the card. Okay, yes, we must give thanks for everything, even the things that really seems really hard, the things that we don't want to go through, the things that we don't like that we had to go through, because those are all lessons, stepping stones for us to grow. We're here to grow the soul. That is our purpose in life. Ah, shit. And we have laughter. Okay, laugh. I see the human everything. Laughter is a wonderful healer. It shakes out fear and leaves you feeling happier, clearer, and more relaxed. Remember, the angels fly because they take themselves lightly. So make light of difficult situations. See the funny side of situations. Laugh at yourself and with others, not to others, okay? And when you relax and you laugh, and angels drop in new suggestions and ideas which can transform difficulty into delight. Laughter is the sunshine which dissolves in darkness. So be merry, joyous, and fun filled. Enjoy your life always and forevermore. Peace.